Can you say hi to them? Hey everybody, I am here to kind of just do a quick video on a timeline of events that have gone on since to the day I found out I was pregnant up until just about now, give or take a little. This video is going to be more of the first year and when I found out I was pregnant than right now. But because I do have kind of a lot of new subscribers, I just kind of want to get that out there so you guys don't have to go back and catch up on every single one of my videos. And here's a little background, and maybe I'll answer some questions that some of you older subscribers may have. I'm apologizing for the lighting that I've had in this video and my last video. It's just been really wonky. I got a different light and I absolutely hate it, so I'm in the search of finding a new light, white light, whatever, shadow boxes, whatever they're called. They're not called shadow boxes. I don't know what they're called, but leave them down below if you guys have any recommendations or if you guys use a white light that is just amazing for recording videos. Let me know. June 16th of 2012, I found out that I was pregnant. At that time, it was 11 o'clock at night. I had told my best friend, called her up on that phone, and I was like, dude, you need to come over here right now. And yeah, so that's when I found out. She came right over, and I found out the day before Father's Day. So I ended up telling him a week after that, and I ended up telling him at about 2 o'clock in the morning. We had a car accident in front of our house and it actually went completely through our yard. So we were out there cleaning up the debris and talking to the police and stuff. And when we came inside at about 2 o'clock in the morning, I decided to tell him, because what's the perfect time to give bad news when bad news has already been given? Don't know if that was the best decision, but I went with it. He took it amazingly. So thankful for the dad that I have. When I found out I was pregnant, I was 4 weeks along, and I honestly didn't know why I took the test. I had it sitting in my basement, and I was like, I need to get rid of that test. So I took it, thinking that I just didn't want to waste a test. Took it, and yeah, that pregnant thing flashed right up at me, and I was in complete and total shock. Then on September 25th of 2012, I was 18 weeks along, and I found out that I was having the most precious baby girl, and right away, her name was Isabella, right from the get-go. That was the only girl name that I had picked out, and that was the girl name that she got. Sorry, I feel like I'm literally like talking so fast. On January 17th of 2013, I went in for my every week weekly check, I went in for my pregnancy checkup, 34-week checkup, and it was every 2 weeks now. I go ahead in. Right away, she took my blood pressure, asked me if I was nervous, and I was like, no, I'm not nervous. Why are you asking me? The fact that you're asking me is making me kind of nervous. Asked me to pee in a cup. I couldn't pee in the cup. She did my reflexes and they were so wonky and out of control. She like tapped my knee and my leg went flying, tapped my other knee, went flying. She knew right away that I had to be admitted and that I was having my baby very soon. So obviously I was panicking. I was planning on going in to the hospital just for my 34-week checkup, and I ended up staying a total of 2 weeks. January 18th at 7:42 p.m. I had Isabella, and that morning they had started me on Pitocin, and they actually started that morning inducing me. They gave me the night to kind of sleep from the 17th to the 18th, and at 7 o'clock in the morning on the 18th, they started me on that Pitocin. They gave me the Cervidil. They started me on magnesium right away, so let's just say I was not a happy camper. On February 1st of 2013, Isabella was discharged from the hospital. I was discharged obviously earlier, but I stayed with her every single day up until February 1st when she was discharged. Then when Bella was 8 weeks old in March, she ended up going back to the hospital because she had pneumonia. So we ended up staying for another about week and a half in the hospital. Again, with just my little 8-week-old baby, we were not getting good news at all. The nurses and doctors were telling me basically that they wouldn't be surprised if she did not make it. So every day I am so thankful for my baby girl that made it. They were honestly shocked when she was thriving because her whole right lung had collapsed and half of her left, and it was just not looking good. But that's my Bella for you. She is just amazing. I was a complete wreck. A wreck. If you can picture anyone being a wreck, like the worst wreckage ever, you know how there's like a 1-car accident, a 2-car accident? I was literally a bazillion car accident. It was awful. In June of 2013, Bella rolled over for the very first time, and it was just the most precious, precious thing. And what she had been trying and trying and trying, and then she just rolled over, and my jaw dropped, and I was like, holy cow, my baby girl just rolled over. And you know, they always say this, you know, moms or whoever, when you see your child learn something new, you just get this feeling, and you don't know the feel. It's obviously proudness, like being proud or whatever, but it's like a certain feeling when you just see your child learning something or doing something or achieving something. And I mean, rolling over, some people would consider that absolutely nothing and like a really small thing. But to me, it just made me so happy and so proud. Also in June, I was able to walk with my high school graduating class. However, I actually technically graduated in January. I was done all my credits. I just really wanted to walk with my class and be able to wear my cap and gown. So I did that in June. In September of 2013, I started college. I started my online classes and just kept going. And since then, I've been doing my classes. It was hard, but you get to kind of get in a routine. And once you're in school, do not quit. Just make your mind up and do it, because that's what I did. And I started in September when my baby girl was, 8 months old, but it works. In October of 2013, Bella had crawled for the very first time, and she did this scoot thing. You guys probably saw it in my past videos. She would put one leg in front like this and one leg behind like this, and she'd pull herself with her front leg. It was the funniest thing, and I will never forget it. I'm so glad I have recordings of it. If you guys just search in my channel like Bella crawling or something, you guys will see it, because it was hilarious. In October of 2013, Bella's dad and I did split up. I decided to kind of end it. It was sort of mutual, but more my decision. Things just weren't working out. There was a lot of stuff going on that I was not okay with, and we just weren't good for each other. November of 2013, Bella said her very first word, which was mama. At first, I was like, you know what? She just said mama. And I was kind of like convincing myself that she said mama, but no, she was definitely saying mama. And that was when she was only 10 months old, which is insane. And ever since then, she has just been talking. In January of 2014, Bella started walking. She took her first few steps right before her first birthday. And it took her a while, probably 2 months after that, she was actually, walking and would really like walking rather than crawling. And then on January 18th, Bella turned 1 year old, and ever since then, it has just been a cruise, and she is probably the smartest baby girl that I know. She is just a genius, and she picks up on things like that. The past probably 3 or 4 months, she's been talking like crazy. She knows so many words. She knows how to work, electronics, turn things on. She's talking. It's just insane. So I hope this timeline of the past 2-ish years have really helped you guys out. If you had any questions, leave a comment down below if you guys have any more questions, and I will definitely answer those for you. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys. Come on, come say hi. Say hi.
Yeah.
Yo, that's for the kitty. Can you say hi to them?
No.
Do you want to say, hey, can you say bye?
No.
No?